Parliament decriminalizes street protests. Two British men die after falling from Spanish cliff. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Muhammad Amin Carlos, and you're watching the afternoon edition of News on 2. Now, the government remains committed to minimize the release of carbon monoxide gas, besides increasing awareness on environmental issues among the Rakyat. Energy, Science, Technology, Environment and Climate Change Minister Yeo Bee Hien says around 500 buildings in the country have been certified with a Green Building Index certification, or GBI, in the last 10 years.
Engagement secara berterusan telah pun diadakan. Kita nak memperkuatkan lagi kerjasama antara GBI dengan kerajaan supaya kita bersama-sama menurunkan pelepasan karbon dioksida.
The GBI certification initiative has so far reduced around 1.1 tons of carbon monoxide gas, which is equivalent to 243,000 cars releasing carbon monoxide gas at the same time. Yeo said this after the launch of the Greening Malaysia book yesterday at the Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre. The book was launched by Pertubuhan Arkitek Malaysia, or PAM, to celebrate Malaysia Green Building Index's 10th anniversary.
On another note, Yeo says the government aims to shut down all illegal factories in Pasir Gudang in a joint operation this month. Well, she also said MESEC will continue doing its best to improve whatever it can in Pasir Gudang, adding that she would inspect the area once a week to make sure things are getting done.
Akan membuat sesuatu di mana kita nak target kilang-kilang haram. Dalam masa 1 bulan ini kita akan ada operasi bersepadu supaya kita tutup semua kilang-kilang haram di Pasir Gudang.
Yeo added that she will also engage the Johor government regarding the bid. She also urged the public to report to the Environment Department if they have any information on illegal factories so that action can be taken to shut them down. In addition, Yeo said since the Sungai Kim Kim pollution incident, which caused thousands to be hospitalized and more than 100 schools to be temporarily closed, enforcement has risen sharply.
The Peaceful Assembly Amendment Bill 2019, which, among others, seeks to do away with the offence related to street protests, was passed by the Dewan Rakyat yesterday. Now, Home Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin says with the amendments to the Peaceful Assembly Act 2012, all forms of assembly are allowed if advance notice is given, and if there would be elements to cause disturbance, violence or unrest, action will be taken under the Penal Code against those involved.
Commenting further on the matter, Tan Sri Muhyiddin said the bill was passed with amendments at the committee level, which includes shortening the notification period of holding an assembly to 5 days from the original proposal of 7, shortened from 10 days. He also said the authorities need a reasonable period of time to make the appropriate preparations, including arranging for the required number of staff for each assembly. At present, only one location has been gazetted as a place of assembly under the Act, which is the Darul Makmur Stadium in Kuantan, Pahang, and the government plans to gazette more areas including Padang Merbok and Jalan Raja in Kuala Lumpur. Earlier, during the second reading, the Home Minister noted the bill also proposed a new provision to provide the officer responsible for a police district to impose compounds on those who fail to abide by the requirement to submit notification on the assembly or any other conditions or prohibitions.
The red zone restriction imposed on Kampung Kuala Koh, Guam Musang, Kelantan on 12 June following the death of 15 Orang Asli from the Batik tribe due to measles will continue until informed otherwise. Now, its State Police Chief, Dato' Hasanuddin Hassan, said currently 30 members of the 8th Battalion of the General Operations Force were stationed there to carry out their duties.
Tunggu result daripada pihak Kementerian Kesihatan. Kalau dia kata dah clear semua dah, kita akan itulah tamatkanlah. Gitulah. So buat sementara ni pada mereka yang duk lalu lalang di kawasan tu, bersabarlah. Bersabar banyak-banyak sebab kawasan tu zon merah. Bila zon merah ni kita andaikan bahawa masih lagi ancaman tu berlaku.
Dato' Hasanuddin said this after attending the monthly assembly at the Kelantan Contingent Police Headquarters, or IPK, in Kota Baru, Kelantan yesterday. State Health Director Dr. Zaini Hussein earlier said that the red zone alert may be lifted next week if the situation in the area is under control and safe. Meanwhile, Dato' Hasanuddin said a member of the 8th Battalion, who had earlier been confirmed as having been infected with measles, is now recovering. He is, however, still being treated at the Gua Musang Hospital, and if there are positive developments, he is expected to be discharged from hospital soon.
Well, Sabah Police Commissioner Dato' Omar Malma says the kidnapping incident in the Eastern Sabah Security Zone, or S-Zone, waters is still considered as isolated, as it does not happen frequently. Well, he said the government's security and enforcement agencies had taken various measures to enhance the security of the Sabah's large coastal area to ensure the country's sovereignty is fully safeguarded.
Said the measures were not only on the establishment of Eastern Sabah Security Command, or ESCOM, but also the increase in assets for a smooth security operation. The police commissioner also admitted there were still errant fishermen violating the curfew order, making it difficult for the security agencies to ensure their safety. He further reminded those found to have violated the curfew order would be prosecuted in court. The recent kidnapping case had involved 10 fishermen who were sea gypsies in waters of Tambisan in Lahad Datu. The incident took place about 2 a.m. during curfew hours, when all activities at the sea are prohibited unless permission is granted by the authorities. Sabah Fishermen Association Chairman Dato' Arsid Sidit was reported to have said the order for no activities at sea to take place from dusk to dawn was meant for the safety of all communities in Baluran, Sandakan, Kinabatangan, Lahad Datu, Kuna, Sempurna and Tawau.
Well, a former City Hall or DBKL officer told Dato' Sri Tunku Adnan Tunku Mansur's 2 million ringgit corruption trial that DBKL gives priority to orders from the Federal Territories Minister. Abdul Salim Mansur, who was director of DBKL's Economic and Development Unit, said priority was in this order: instructions coming from the minister, followed by his deputy, the mayor, and then DBKL's top management officers.
Salim cited the example of the case of developer Asset Kayamas seeking to postpone payment on 2 plots of DBKL land that it had bought, and also to seek a reduction in the price. Salim said he has extended copies of the Federal Territories Ministry's letters and told by then Mayor Amin Nordin Abdulaziz to process the company's application. Amin, who continued his testimony yesterday, insisted that it was Dato' Sri Tunku Adnan who had made the decision on Asset Kayamas' application. The hearing continues before High Court Judge Zaini Mazlan on 9 July. Dato' Sri Tunku Adnan, better known as Kunan, is charged with accepting 2 million ringgit from Chai Kin Keong via Hong Leong Islamic Bank cheque belonging to Asset Kayamas Sendirian Berhad, which had been deposited into the CIMB bank account of Tat Mansuri's Holdings Sendirian Berhad, in which he had an interest, when it was known that Asset Kayamas had connection with his official duties. The charge was framed under Section 165 of the Penal Code, under which it is an offence for a public servant to obtain anything valuable from somebody involved in a proceeding or business related to the public servant's official functions.
Well, coming up, Pulau Pinang's first urban regeneration project kicks off. Well, Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation, or MDEC, is establishing an artificial intelligence or AI unit to support the setting up of the national AI framework, which is now more than 50% ready. Now, its Chief Executive Officer Surina Shukri says the unit would comprise a mix of local and international experts to ensure Malaysia is on the right track to develop an AI ecosystem in the country.
Commenting further on the matter, Surina said the international experts have been identified and are ready to help Malaysia develop the industry. Citing an example, she said the UK has a similar AI unit with all the related agencies coming together and focusing more on AI.
See dia macam mana kita nak fikirkan tentang AI ni. Okay, sebab topik ni topik baru. Semua orang faham ke tak faham apa maksud dia, and so we will share all of that. Okay, bagaimana kita nak participate, industry, government, academia, so we will outline all of that.
She said this during the Beyond Paradigm Summit 2019, which is organized by Serba Dynamic Holdings Berhad in Kuala Lumpur. The MDAC CEO further noted that various initiatives and workshops have been done since early this year in setting up the National AI Framework, which is slated to be launched at the end of the year. She said it is important to transform the nation to become an AI hub and lay foundation frameworks and policies related to the main pillar of Industrial Revolution 4.0 or IR 4.0 by continuously engaging and encouraging the private sector and related agencies to play a vital role in this digital transformation.
The Pulau Pinang government says it would demolish an old flat complex in Bayan Baru under a pilot project to reuse existing spaces for taller apartments in order to increase floor space and take in more people. And State Housing Committee Chairman Jagdeep Singh Deo said the authorities would tear down the Masuri flats, popularly known as the 5-point block.
The flats, which are over 50 years old, will be demolished in stages under the Urban Regeneration Initiative, with occupants to be given 700 square feet replacement units once the new apartments are ready. The 300 households at the Masuri flats are currently reside in units measuring 250 to 429 square feet. Once the new apartments are up, 1,150 units will be available in 5 blocks. Jagdeep said the low-medium cost unit measuring 700 square feet will be sold for 72,500 ringgit, while the 850 square feet units will go for 300,000 ringgit. The project is expected to be completed in 3 years' time, and existing residents will move out in the second year and will be given money to rent accommodation elsewhere while the project is ongoing. Jagdeep added there are 4 other urban regeneration projects being undertaken by the state at Taman Free School, 1,130 units, Rifle Range, 3,639 units, Taman Siakap, Perai, 200 units, and Taman Mak Mandin, Butterworth, 200 units.
The Human Resources Ministry, in collaboration with the Department of Skills Development or JPK and Manpower Department JTM, will hold the Technical Vocational Education and Training, that's known as TVET, Conference 2019 at the Putrajaya Marriott Hotel on 8th and 9th July. Now, government representatives, together with TVET experts from Korea, Germany and Japan, are expected to attend the conference.
Elaborating further, Human Resources Minister M. Kulasegaran said the conference will discuss the direction of TVET in the country.
Kita ada banyak TVET di negara ini, let's be very frank. Kita membelanjakan berbilion-bilion ringgit, tapi tidak ada tekanan yang di priority tidak diberi untuk TVET. Dan dalam 62 tahun ini kita hanya memberi penekanan atau lebih cenderung kepada yang melanjutkan pelajaran ke universiti. Tetapi pendirian ini sekarang kita perlu lagi.
Speaking at the pre-launching of the TVET Conference 2019 in Kuala Lumpur, the minister also said that it was proven in countries like Australia, Germany and Singapore, which emphasized on producing skilled TVET graduates demanded by the industry. He added that it is important for the younger generation to believe that TVET creates skilled workers who get higher pay. Hence, Kulasegaran urged parents to give full support to their children to join the TVET programs and to counter negative perceptions towards the field.
That concludes this afternoon's News on 2. In our top story, Parliament decriminalizes street protests. Join us again at 7 this evening for more updates. I'm Muhammad Amin Carlos. Stay tuned to TV2, and we wish you a pleasant day ahead.